Okay, hopefully everything is working. Good morning, or afternoon now, by 10 minutes. No, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I'm going to preface before I start anything. If you hear meowing or barking or any other cat sounds, it's because I'm cat sitting. They are both currently snoozing at the moment, so we may get some peace and quiet. That's a big maybe though, because they're very, very meow. Very meow. Good morning. Well, no, it's not morning now, it's afternoon. I just said that. Oh god, I'm still tired. But good afternoon, Repressed Memories. Good afternoon, John, and good afternoon, Night. I mean, yeah, I can understand why they got rid of the Dragon Age keep. Like, I'm kind of sad that they did. But I can understand why they did, because they've already shut down Dragon Age Origins servers, which means all those achievements I've earned, I now have to re-get again, because obviously I can't log in anymore. I don't know on Dragon Age 2 if they've shut down the servers there. And if you can even upload your world state to Dragon Age 2 anymore. I guess we'll find out once we've completed the Origins. And obviously Dragon Age Inquisition, you could just upload your world state from the keep. So I can kind of understand, because this way it means they don't have to... Hello, Faye. They don't have to keep up any servers for it. And people can still just play the game with whatever world state they want. So I can understand the logic behind it, but it is still a shame that they've done it that way. Because it means we're going to have to, if we want to change the world state, we're going to have to do it every single playthrough. And it's kind of annoying, but I understand the logic. Yeah, the kittens are behaving. They're ragdoll, I think, so they're very much puppy cats. So everywhere I go, even if it's just to go to the bathroom, they have to come with me. It's quite funny. I wake up to Faye purring in my ear all the time. It's adorable. I love it. Yeah, they could have integrated the keep into the base game rather than have like servers for it. I'm not sure how they would do it, but we'll see how it goes, I guess, and see what they do with the. Is it the tarot cards they're doing this time? Yeah, my puppies, because we've got dogs in my house. They're very much lap dogs themselves, so I'm used to being followed, but our dogs are a little bit more independent. They'll go out the back or they'll sit on the chairs and stare out the window. They don't constantly need fusses. But when they do, oh boy. I can't get nothing done when they want fusses. It's just like nudge, 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 paw, paw, paw. It's just like, something tells me when you want pets. They're adorable. I love my dogs. But yeah, these kittens are quite the same. They'll chill. But yesterday I was trying to record... Was it yesterday? No, it was... Monday. I was trying to record some stuff for YouTube videos, and no matter what I did, the cats were just like meow, meow, meow. So I had to start the whole thing over again, just so I didn't get any meows in it. It was It's really funny. My hope for the new Dragon Age game in regards to choices is they do like carry over the choices. I don't know how much we'll get to see of those choices though, because it's been 10 years in game as well as outside of game. So a lot could have changed in those 10 years. But I don't know if we're going to be visiting like the rest of Ferelden that we've already been to. I know we're obviously going to Tevinter, and I don't think that's going to have changed much, even if, you know, Dorian is there. You know, depending on your choices in Inquisition. But it would be nice to see some like changes depending on, you know, your choices on the previous games. That would be really nice. Because the circle, I know it won't change for Tevinter, but the circle can either be put back as it was, or it could become more of a school, or it can be disbanded completely. So it's just like, will they have those different outcomes, you know, reflect in like the areas outside of like Tevinter? I hope so. Even if it's just in passing and we don't actually get to see it, it would be nice just to get some dialogue on it, you know? Maybe it wasn't tarot cards. I might be thinking of something else, but yeah, I just hope that it is a little bit more fleshed out, because obviously there are so many choices between the 3 games. So, because like, even in just Inquisition, you've got the choice of whether or not you saved the mages or you saved the Templars. So, would that show up in your, you know, the Veilguard's save state? You know, it's there's a lot of niggly things like. So I just hope they at least give us some dialogue on that, at the very least. I don't get to see Bull and Dorian as a romance very often, because I tend to romance Dorian because he's my bro. He's awesome. But yeah, it is a nice little romance. I don't know if we would see it though, because even if Dorian becomes part of like the Tevinter Imperium, I don't know how they would respond to like the Bull being there. Even if he did like leave the Qunari, and then obviously you have the choice of whether or not he did actually like save his charges, or whether or not he stayed loyal to the Qun. There's so many like different options, even if they seem really small. It's like, I really, really hope this game is going to be good. Even if I know I'm not going to like the combat. I just want the story and the characters to be good. I mean, maybe. It just seems weird thinking of like a Qunari, even if they've left the Qun, being into Vinter and just walking around as if, you know, it's nothing, because that's not really part of the law. And I mean, I suppose they probably have Qunari, like, or I guess it'd be Talvashoth, slaves and whatnot, but I don't know. I suppose they could get away with just pretending he's like a servant or something, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what BioWare has done. I'm a little apprehensive, but at the same time, I want to be as positive as I can. Okay, yeah. See that makes sense. Like, I'm glad they like sort of, even if it was just like a pretend thing, because that makes sense. Like, oh, there's a canary. Oh, it's just a slave. It's fine. I do hope, because I think I recall, we're able to choose our race again, aren't we? So hopefully they'll have like different dialogue for depending on what race you are. Because obviously, if you're going to be a human mage or and class, I suppose, then you're probably not going to have much in the way of problems. At least, apart from the usual problems. But obviously, being a canary would definitely pose a lot more harder dialogue. But I guess we'll wait and see. I've got I've got ideas of what I want to play first. I kind of want to play another elf to start with, because it's kind of like what's the word? My brain has completely gone. It's kind of like a tradition at the moment, where I played like an elf for the first playthrough every time. Then I usually play human, and then I haven't done many dwarf playthroughs, so I'm gonna have to play more dwarfs. And obviously now that and Canary, I'm gonna have to play some as well, because I haven't played a Canary playthrough, not fully. But yeah, I will be playing more Origins in a bit. I just thought I'd have a little natter first. Yeah, see, if I play an elf, I probably will side with Solus, just because it makes the most sense and it's fun. I know Inquisitor is going to be coming back for at least some of it. I'm not sure how much, so I do want to see where the romance between Llewellyn and Solus goes, because that egghead is a little bastard, and I love him, but I also hate him. And how dare he just take my arm and then just leave, little bastard. Ugh. But yeah, I do want to see how that goes. And it'll be interesting to see how it goes, even without like a romanced Llewellyn. I did play a dwarf noble in Origins, but I never completed the playthrough. I think I got to... Where did I get? I think I did, like, Oh, where did I get to? I can't remember, but I didn't get too far in the game. Not because it wasn't fun, but because I think something else came out at the time, and I was too busy playing that. It might have been Dragon Age 2. But I never ended up going back to it, and of course that's been a few laptops gone now, so I'm gonna have to redo it. Yeah, Solus is probably one of their better written characters. Like, I love all of their characters. Like, none of them I hate. But Solus, it definitely has the most like complexity to him, because like he just wanted to help his people, like, and he wanted to like trap away the gods so then his people could be free. But doing so kind of fucked them over. And so now he just wants to bring back how it was before so that they can be free, but it'll fuck the world over still. So it's just like, he's not wrong, but at the same time he's not right. And there's no really wrong way of looking at it. And that's just really... I just gotta give props to them for that one. Like, none of the characters are one-dimensional. Like, even Flameth, it's just like, oh, you think she's a bad guy, but then she's not really a bad guy? But she still does, like, questionable things, even if it is for, like, the greater good. And I just, that's one of the things I really love about BioWare games. At least the old ones. I never did play, the other one. Oh, my brain has completely gone this morning. Anyway, I'll remember like after stream, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the one. Yes, Anthem. Thank you, Knight. I knew you would probably know what I was trying to blather on about. Yeah, I can sort of see the similarities between Attack on Titan. I didn't get very far in the manga. Can't remember where I even got to. I think I got up to where Eren discovered that he could be a Titan, or whatever it was. I'd have to reread the manga. I'm pretty sure I got given like most of it by my friend because she wasn't reading it anymore, so she gave me all her manga. So I'm gonna have to reread it again. I didn't get to watch the... I think I've only watched the first episode of the anime. See, the problem with Anthem for me, and the reason I didn't get it, was because it was like multiplayer, and it just seemed more like a shooter than like an RPG. And I'm not a fan of shooters. Like, Mass Effect is probably the only like shooter game that I can play because it's an RPG, like, first and foremost. Granted, the combat is shooter, but you're not forced to play with other people unless you want to play like multiplayer, which is, you know, you don't need to. And it has all the like roleplay elements to it, and I love it. Whereas Anthem is just blah. Wasn't interested in the least. Just with more hair. Oh, poor Solus, he gets digged on so hard. You're not wrong, though. Bald-headed egg. Boy. Ugh. See, there is only one multiplayer I really like playing. Although it was just me and my friend who would play it together. That was... Is it Old Republic? And that was good. Like, that was a multiplayer RPG done really, really well. Because you could do, like, you had the main sort of, like, storyline. And then you had, like, different character storylines. And you could watch each other's storylines, but you couldn't, like, interfere too much in the personal storylines, but you could still, like, see what happened and stuff. And it was just like, it was so good because they knew how to make it work. I'm pretty sure that was also BioWare's doing. But I remember because we did 2 playthroughs. We did a good playthrough and then we did a bad playthrough, or an evil playthrough. And I decided to, if I was going to be evil, I was going to be pure evil, or at least, you know, horrible evil. And I remember this one moment, like, I don't even remember much of the game, but I just remember this one moment because it was just so evilly funny. And I remember this, I think it was a woman, but it might have been I think it was a woman, and she begged me to to spare her family. Or at least someone, I think it was her family, but it was at least someone. And I agreed to do that, but then I killed literally everybody else, including her, apart from this one person who was her family. And this person was like, just kind of dumbstruck that I had literally just killed everyone apart from this one person. I was like, well, I promised to spare you. I didn't promise to spare anybody else. My friend was like, the hell, Yukiro, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I promised only to spare this person. I didn't promise anything else, so, you know. It was so funny. I don't tend to enjoy playing evil characters all that much, but that bit was definitely a funny moment for me. I have been playing Baldur's Gate Repressed Memories. I can't play it this stream because obviously I'm cat sitting, so I don't have my PlayStation with me. But we did start a playthrough live. I think we were playing a druid. So that there is at least one video of that on the channel. Otherwise, I have been playing an elf rogue. No, not a rogue. He's an elf ranger, sorry. Because I made him after my D&D character. And I've been playing a multi-session with 3 of my friends, where I'm playing a halfling. And he just has a dad bod. Yet pretty much all of the camp is trying to bed him for some reason. Mind you, I am playing a bard, so that probably has a lot to do with it. But it was really funny because there's... my female friend is... Well, she was trying to romance Karlak, but I think she's resigned to the fact that nobody wants to sleep with her. And the 2 guys I'm playing with were both... their first option was Shadowheart. I may or may not have sort of snuck in and ended up bagging Shadowheart for myself. They were like, fuck. And then, in the end, one of my friends decided to go for Lae'zel. And the other one, I think, is going to attempt a Helsing romance. But it was just really funny, because before they got Lae'zel, she came on to me first, and I did turn her down because I was like, well, I'm not gonna screw, you know, everybody else out of a romance. But it was just so funny. Like, half the camp wanted to bed my character, and the other guys were just like, "How are you getting all the guys?" And I'm just like, "Who doesn't love a short king with a dad bod?" You know. It was just really funny. I do plan on doing a Dark Urge playthrough though. I'm probably going to cry through it because I've grown attached to a lot of the nice characters. So I'll probably cry through it, but maybe I'll do that one live. I don't know. But I do want to do a Dark Urge playthrough. Hopefully your signal gets better, John. I will wave my magic fingers and pray for better weather. Oh, the character creation is really nice. The only problem with character creation I have with Baldur's Gate is the fact that you can't, like, edit your face all that much. It would have been nice to give us a few more, like, nose options, mouth options, maybe even eye options, like, not colour eyes, but different shapes. I still make it work, but it would be nice to have a little bit more. But the hair options. Now, this is what I'm hoping for the new Dragon Age games. I don't care. Oh, just wet my mic. I don't care if they don't give us like a million options like Baldur's Gate, but I want is some long hair options or just some pretty hair. Like, every once in a while, a person wants to have pretty hair, okay? Instead of the short, horrible, messy, whatever that was. I mean, how many bald options did we get in Inquisition? I think it was like 10, wasn't it? It was just like, okay, bald, almost bald, half bald, a little bit of stubble, old age person bald with just around the head and not the top of the head. It was just like, come on, BioWare. Really, we really needed 10 options for bald. Good lord. Ugh. I just want some options of different hair. Scraggly and bald does not do enough for anybody. I mean, unless of course you're into scraggly old bald people, but besides the point. Yeah, I stealth romance pretty much everybody in Baldur's Gate. I think it's just because I'm playing a bard and I know how to woo people, I guess. In one of their defenses, one of the guys does not play RPGs, so this is probably his first proper RPG. So I can kind of forgive him. Although I still don't forgive him for kicking and killing the squirrel. Or for, well, he said he put him out of his misery, then it changed to it was an accident, but he killed a guy that was, being tortured because he couldn't talk to him because he forgot he couldn't talk to people as an owlbear. But yeah, so I can kind of forgive that guy for not quite getting it at first. But he's the guy that's playing Romance in Lae'zel. My female friend, I can't really give her any excuses because she loves BioWare games as well. So she should know how this works. To be fair, because there's 4 of us, we're not really taking companions with us, so there's not really a lot of chances for her to get Karlach's approval, so I can kind of forgive her, I suppose. And then my other friend is, I think he's played RPGs, but I don't think that's the main game he sort of plays. I think he mostly plays, I think it's Fortnite and stuff like that, so. The cats are being very, very, very nice. I guess they had their fighty bitey moment this morning when they woke me up. I was busy happily chilling in bed. And then next thing I hear is them squabbling. It's just like, ugh. So I think that they've tired themselves out, with any luck. But anyway, we'll keep chatting, but let's play some Dragon Age. Yeah, no, it is very, very limited in of the face. Like, they gave so many options for the hair, and they give you options to make your hair, like, wild and colourful. And it's just like, it's really bizarre that they put so much effort into the hair, but not the face. I guess it's the complete opposite of Dragon Age, because Dragon Age puts a lot of emphasis on editing your characters' faces, because like you've got different options for the eye shape, nose shape, and you can play around with the cheekbones and how full the face is, or how bony it is. Whereas they've got very little hair options, and it's complete opposite for Baldur's Gate. If I remember, we were. Oh, there was a dragon in here, wasn't there? And that's what we were looking for.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Oh, hello, Wynn. I didn't mean to click on you, but okay. How massacred my family. Duncan helped me escape.
Arl Rendon Howe? The Earl of Amaranthine? Why would he do such a thing to you?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Like, it's fine. Like, the face options aren't too difficult, like, or terrible. And definitely gives people the option of playing a multitude of different sort of like backgrounds. So I just wish I could have a different nose, because the nose options aren't all the best. Oh, jealousy, he wanted however my father's the tin.
You are the last of the Couslands? I had no idea, my lady.
I'm just a Grey Warden now.
Yes, I suppose so. You can no longer have a title, can you? But that does not mean you must forget utterly where you came from. Take heart, dear friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
Oh, don't even get me started on the characterization for Fallout 4. Oh, man. I've seen some shit, okay? Oh, man. Oh, the Fallout 4 was funny. With the names that, obviously certain names you put in, it'll register and it'll call you, and Cogsworth will call you by that name. It does not recognize my name, like my IRL name. Yeah, it knows, like, what was it? It was sort of like fart face or fuck face or something really obscene. And I'm just thinking, huh. Really funny though. Repressed memories. I will do my due, but I won't forget what How did.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right.
Shabbies.
You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not.
Oh, you got water all over your face,
Perhaps it
wee
was
boy.
meant to be.
Yeah, okay. He came to show me that he had water over his face because he's just had a drink. And now he's gone somewhere else now. Oh, hello. Oh, you're coming up there. Let me guess, you're going to rub your face all over my laptop. Is that what you're going to do? No? You thought about it though, didn't you? I think most of these conversations are supposed to happen in camp, but because you can chat to them everywhere, it's just like, well, was it though? Was it the arrows? There should be. Oh, where are they? I think one is out here, actually. I think that was a... Hello? What? You can't have that. It's plastic. That's why you want it, isn't it? 'Cause you're silly. That's a drink. Yeah, you don't like the smell of that, huh? Silly boy. Okay, so if I stay there should be another couple. Trying to remember where all the things are. Oh, you're gonna go bother your sister now, are you? Of course you are. If you hear hissing, it's the cats. It's coming. I need to turn the sound up so I can hear the clicking of the things going. So if you hear an echo, that'll be why. Okay, yeah, that was one.
Your wish.
One. There must be one more somewhere. I think, was it behind the throne? No, unless it's on the other side. No. Oh, what was that? Oh, there we go. There we go.
Here.
I remembered. Oh, let's turn that back down.
Very well. Very well. You cannot win! This is annoying. Best be
Don't
wary.
come to me.
Is that the best
Your
you've got?
time should die! Get off!
No. Right, Alistair, you need to do your job, please.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Hopefully you won't fight as poorly. As
I'm
you
here.
smell.
There we go.
As you say.
Oh man, those are the best mods for Inquisition. Like, I can't really play Inquisition on a laptop because it's quite old. Like, it barely functions, Inquisition, but it lags a lot. But I was able to do some of it, and having the dialogues go off more often and not having timers for the stupid war table, godsend. Like, some of the times aren't even that bad, but then you've got like a whole day to do some quests, and it's just like, why? Right, anyway, Alistair. Is that a better weapon for you? You can't even use it yet, okay. That's fine. We're working on you. Yeah, no one has any opinions of the dragon? Can't go in there yet. I kind of wish we were able to have mods on the PlayStation. I know some games allow mods, but it'd be really nice to have some mods on the PlayStation. The ones that I would have would be hair mods, which is what I've got for Origins. And I think I've also got the extra party banter to go off. Just the little things? I don't have any. Okay, I need a shop that sells the restore potion thingies. That's the assembly. I don't think I need to go in here, but I'll have a look around. Yeah, it just kind of stays there forever. It's really funny. Like, oh, there's a dragon skeleton on the middle floor? Oh, I wonder what happened. Oh well. Anyway.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Treaty obliges Orzammar to send troops to the surface.
Ah, ancient documents indeed. These were signed in the reign of Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and King. That was 16
Sebby, why are you just
generations
staring at me?
Now the difficulty is, that the treaty only
okay.
compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right
now. Is there some way I can help?
My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harrimont for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests.
Thought King Edrin himself supported Harrimont.
That hurts worst of all. That Harrimont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
Ooh, best DLC. Oh, in all three of them, or just in Inquisition?
Harrimont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrimont's deception.
Okay, so the only exception is
Irrefutable
trespasser?
evidence, which I suppose you have.
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
I'm gonna have to think on that one.
It is begun.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Oh right, is it the assembly? Okay, so yeah, Awakening is more of an expansion than DLC, so I do really like Awakening though, because you get the best Anders in that. Legacy, obviously we get to meet Griffy Fish. I think for me, it might be Descent. Like, I've already said I don't play dwarves all that much. However, that was because there wasn't a whole lot of lore other than, you know, what we got in Origins. But then we got Descent, and we learnt so much more about the dwarves, and obviously the Titans, and that just really sparked my interest. So I think it's going to have to be Descent, just because of how much more in depth they went with the dwarves. And they made them their own unique thing. Probably the same with the golems of, I'm probably going to butcher this, Amarak, for Origins, because you get a lot more horrific lore for the dwarves, and that I just love, because dwarves on their own are interesting, but they kind of follow every other niche of dwarves that we've had in some regards. So making them their own unique thing just sets them apart, and so I love that for the games.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Desher's lords and ladies of the assembly.
I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Oh, it would be really, really, really cool if we got to see a Titan in the Veil Guard. Whether we fought it or just like came across it or whatever. It'd be really cool. I don't know if they will though. Because we've already got 2 of the Elven Pantheon coming back as our enemy. Although I suppose it could be like a like a third enemy maybe? Like a hidden enemy or something? I don't know. But it'd be very, very cool.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Anyway, I can help break the stalemate.
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrimount, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Solus had planned for his ritual, because I know he wanted to bring the world back the way it was without bringing back the gods. But then Rook interferes, and you end up with the gods back. So I'm curious to see what his plans are, either before it gets messed up and or after. I don't think there's any nugs up here, but we'll keep looking. Can't remember how many there are in total.
It is begun.
Oh, there's a Shaperette. Yeah, we do need to go in here.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
It shall be done. Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
We might have already gotten all the nugs then, if there's only 5. What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Ortan Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Ortan, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Ortan, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrimont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking, it's almost too much to hope.
Yeah, you're fine, girl.
Perhaps you should stand over there instead.
I suppose I could.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to?
Yeah, I'm quite interested in what we all do with the Elven Pantheon, because obviously we're gonna fight them, but how much are we going to because how much is BioWare going to put in the choices of whether or not we side with Solus or we temporarily side with him but turn on him, you know? It's going to be interesting. I just hope they do give us choices. Like, chances are I'm probably going to always side with him because Solus is awesome, but I'll definitely want to play a playthrough where I'm not so buddy-buddy with him. Nice to meet you, Outrage. I am Morden. Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Yeah. I'll eventually go to Dust Town. I guess I'll talk to the same shape.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the shaper of memories.
How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Fair enough. I would like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
Come on behalf of Brother Burkle, the cleric of Redcliffe.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
The chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar.
What sort of charities do you mean?
The chantry cares for widows and orphans.
Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Tell me of Orsammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium. and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
Well, that's interesting, Knight. I really, really, really do need to play Dwarf at some point. Ooh, ooh, that's a good question, actually, repressed memories. I think I would, just because it'd be interesting. I don't think BioWare's going to give us that, though. But I would. If I can stand playing a blood mage in Origins and being just the worst possible person ever, and being a complete dick to Alistair by being a dick to Alistair, yes, I would. So I've probably already told this story, but it bears repeating because it's really funny. For my evil playthrough, I wasn't like... There were moments where I weren't evil because I wanted certain outcomes. But I kept Alistair alive. So when I went to the Landsmeet, I convinced him to marry Honora. And because I had my approval so high with him, when I said we were keeping Loghain alive and he was going to become a Grey Warden, Alistair was like, well, I'm leaving. I was like, that's fine. So he left the Grey Wardens, but he still married Honora. So now Loghain is his father-in-law. And yeah, it's just really funny. So he's king, and he hates being king. But yeah, Loghain's alive, so it's just really funny. I think that was my Blood Mage playthrough, but it's so funny. Like, I love Alistair to bits, but I was such a dick to him in that playthrough. So yeah, I would totally play Loyal Canary and try to convert people. Like, even if it was just one playthrough, I would definitely play it though. Definitely. So what are the deep roads?
They were once our highways beneath the mountains. Now the Darkspawn claim them and few venture there, except your order, who enter the deep roads when they retire, so they can die slaughtering as many Darkspawn as possible.
How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridin, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridin's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems.
For the best.
There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Now, what's a Tig?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
I mean, we pretty much all know this as regulars, but, you know, where's Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
You're awakening repressed trauma here, repressed memories. Which means we're gonna have to relive our trauma when we finally get to Inquisition. So I'll be playing Dragon Age, obviously Origins, and 2 on the laptop, because I know my laptop can handle it. So we'll definitely have my VTuber set up for that. For Inquisition, however, I'll be playing it on my PlayStation, and I'll be streaming that live that way. So I won't have my normal stream set up, but I will be able to stream it live that way, because I now have PlayStation Plus again. So I can still stream it. It just won't be with the same setup. It'll just be the game screen and me chatting. But yeah, I am not looking forward to the 4 hours in the hinterlands again. Oh, I have a message. Is that people come in, or is that... Because I have people come in. Oh, no, that's fine. They're just telling me they'll come later. That's fine. People coming around later. Wants to check the skirting boards, because apparently the people who own this flat needs them to sort that out. So I gotta keep an eye on that. And then I'm just having people around for a couple of hours, just to chill. Anyway, let's continue. So, no, we've already asked that.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
So what's the difference between an ancestor and a paragon?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to paragon. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
I don't currently have an idea for the playthrough yet. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do for 2 yet. I might do a game ants with Fenris, because I miss hearing that voice. I love Gideon Emery. He is amazing. But then I don't know who I want to romance or what playthrough I want to do on Inquisition. My last playthrough, which wasn't too long ago, I think it was like last year, or might have been the year before I started streaming proper anyway, I did a Solus Mance. So I might not do another one, just because I've already got one. I could potentially do a Bulma romance, because I have not done a Bulma romance yet. Who else haven't I romanced? I haven't romanced Sarah. The thing is, I've got to be so careful, because I don't want YouTube to get all hissy-fitty with me over the romance sections. Which means I think Cassandra is out, because she shows Booba. She was actually my first romance in Inquisition, because I just love Cassandra. So she was my first romance, so I know her romance will have to be out. Dorian shows off his butt. I'm not sure how YouTube will take kindly to butts. So Dorian might be out. Oh shit, Sarah shows as well. Okay, Sarah's out then. In fact, I think the only safe one might even be Solus, so we might have to make a Solus romance, because I know he is definitely 100% safe. But so the options might be Iron Ball, depending on how much he shows. Who else is there? Does Josephine show anything, or is she doesn't? Oh, okay, maybe we could do a Josephine romance then, 'cause I haven't romanced her yet either. So those are probably the 2 options at the moment. I'm not sure how much. I can't remember how much Cullen shows, but I have done a Cullen romance, so chances are we might not do a Cullen romance just because I've already done one. Although saying that, I do not have a Cullen romance where I've completed Trespasser, because my Cullen romance was for the PlayStation 3, and obviously we didn't get Trespasser for PlayStation 3. Which is the same as the Solus romance. I didn't have Trespasser for that one either, so I ended up replaying those 2 romances on the PlayStation 4. So, or at least I did the Solus for PlayStation 4 anyway. So I could do a Cullen romance, and then I'll be able to do the Trespasser romance with him. Or did I? No, actually, I think I might have already done a trespasser full romance with Cullen. I vaguely remember something. Vaguely remember, so it was a long time ago mine, so I either have or I haven't. So potentially Josephine or Iron Bull then. Those will probably be my two options. So we could go Canary and maybe go... The thing is, if we go Canary and we go full agreement of Canary, we're going to have Iron Bull turn on us in Trespasser, so that's not going to be good. Unless we don't go full positive towards the Canary. It'll definitely be something I'll have to consider closer to the fact, I think. It'll be interesting. Oh, does he definitely show? Okay, it'll probably be Josephine then. I do remember, like, one scene, because my friend showed me, she didn't romance it, but she looked it up. And I remember Cullen, I think, walking in on it, and it was just his reaction. It was like, ugh. I didn't see the full romance or the scene or anything. It was just that one little scene. Yeah, we can probably do a Josephine, a romance. I do want to romance her at some point. The question is though, what race should I be? Because I could go human, and then I could be like a noble, if I don't choose like mage. Or I could be a short king and play dwarf. When I play an elf, I usually either romance Solus, if I'm doing female Inquisitor. If I'm going male, I'll pick Dorian, just because the dynamic's really good. But yeah, we'll probably go Josephine then. And that's what Branka was?
Branka is a paragon, now and into death. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
Where is she now?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago, seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned.
How did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloodlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Gyatchet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Jotgyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
Yeah, what about the casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
Seems easy for you to dismiss them.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Don't know if there was.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
Okay, we did everything, I think.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Yeah, Josephine's romance does seem very, very sweet. There's so many romances in Inquisition, though. It's hard to get through them all. Because then it means you've got to play the hinterlands that many times. I think the hinterland's been so big and vast is one of the few reasons I don't play Inquisition as much as, say, Origins. I still love it as a game, but the hinterlands give me nightmares. Ooh, someone leveled more again.
Very well.
What's that? Oh, a gift.
Oh?
Let's put a point in there. Hopefully that means we can put some more, make some more healing potions and stuff. Point there, I think. I think that is everything in here.
It is begun.
I can't remember if I've done all the achievements of Inquisition. I think I have, but I think the modifiers might be the only thing I haven't done yet. With the golden nugget, it makes completing the game a little bit too easy, though, at least in my opinion. Because I was playing nightmare mode for my Solus mats. And I just completed the game so easily.
Marriage to a castless proves his dedication to care. News of the hour. Support Lord Balin at your peril. Evidence suggests Lord Balin...
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors. How can you people just ignore that?
Bronca didn't go alone, Aqua. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach? I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Don't worry, honey. We're gonna recruit you soon.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
So who's Ogren?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Bronca. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What do you mean, gelded him?
Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
So why does Ogren care so much about Bronca?
She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
Bronca married to that drunk?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith. And Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
So why did she go in the deep roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
So how did she become a paragon?
She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly a third. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Bronca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
What were you and Ogren arguing about?
It's been 2 years since Bronca left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Actually, before you start complaining about me too.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
Don't think there's anything up here, is there? Oh, yes, there is. If I can... There. There we go.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there. A trust Vala, my nug-wrangling friend. A trust Vala, my nug-wrangling friend.
Okay, I don't know how many I've given you, but I think that's it now.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Of course we're going to help him. Why wouldn't we?
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carter's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
I have no idea who the Carter is because I am not a dwarf. But we're not giving you money.
Whoa, whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
That's what I thought. Ugh. Bully. I'm not bullying. I'm just being myself.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
What do you know about this Jarvia?
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
What do you know about her Carter?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
Caste divide is deep indeed.
These casteless, they're all the same. Beggars, thugs, and murderers, everyone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm grateful for your help, but I don't think we have any more to talk about.
Now how about selling me some stuff?
Did you have something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Yes.
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
That's okay, I don't care. Because we're gonna sell that. Sell that, sell that, sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Do we? Oh, they do. They have some thingers. Don't need any of those because I can make my own potions. We've got flask. We've got elf root. Although I will buy some more elf root just in case. Okay, that'll do. You're right, I don't have shale. What am I thinking? You know, I didn't even think about it when I logged in. So let's swap Morrigan for Shell.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. It kind of slipped my mind.
What?
Okay, so what should we do with shales? What would be best down here? I think we'll stick with ice. Is that a better ice one? No, that's a worse ice one. Okay. No, I just really was not thinking about it. My brain today has just been foggy. Oh yeah, we were supposed to talk to your dad, wasn't we?
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
I don't even know that. That's quite impressive.
And just a little disturbing. Why do I get the feeling charting routes to the Circle Tower is one of her favorite hobbies?
I'm guessing you haven't left yet.
I'm on my way there now.
I'll be
Not
waiting.
quite, but... And this was your dad's house, right? Or was it not?
A Trust Vala, stranger. Here for armor or conversation?
Do you have a daughter named Agna?
Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink, and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go.
She hasn't been any bother.
Oh, good. Well, let me know if she does trouble you any.
Are you part of the Smith cast?
I, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fold and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
Thought no. Wasn't the Paragon Branca a smith?
That she was. The best to walk these tunnels since Carradine himself. Threw it away, chasing old dreams, though.
What do you mean she threw it all away?
Didn't last 6 months as a noble before she set into the deep roads looking for ancient secrets. Now she's dead in the tunnels. All that brilliance wasted.
Hello, Liam. Welcome to the channel. Who's Carradine?
The best smith who ever lived, bar none. He gave us the secret of forging golems that could walk, talk, and defend our borders. When we had them, no dwarf had to risk himself against the Darkspawn. It was a golden age for the smith caste. His work was lost centuries ago when his tide fell to the Darkspawn. No one even knows where it is anymore.
Do you know anything about what's happening with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukins have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Let me see what's in your store.
Of course. Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
I just want to know if you have... I don't think you have anything I want. No, because you don't have any potions or anything. That's fine. So I guess we'll get Oberyn. I've forgotten how much talking this place has. And then we will, I guess we'll go to the circle. Right, Oberyn, where are you? I think you're around here somewhere. There you are.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branca. But I guess you're just like all the rest.
My only concern is raising allies against the Blight.
You don't need a king to face a blight. You need a paragon. The Assembly elects them, but they're higher than the Assembly. They become nobles, but they're more than anyone born to a house. They're what every dwarf with a spine not made of soap dreams of being.
He also sounds very drunk, so drunk, sad, and angry. Just a normal dwarf day.
City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the deep roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. What's it matter to you, huh? You trying to find out her secrets? That what Harrowmont sent you here for? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He looking to take it for himself? A little lost technology of the ancients to throw Balin right out of the picture?
What if I genuinely want to help you?
Too little, too late. But it's a nice gesture, Warden. If you think your boot kissing will get you an in I don't have, you're welcome to try this. I know both Harrowmont and Balin have been asking about her. 2 years without a peep, and suddenly now they want to start looking. If you find out what they know, it might just put me a step closer to finding her. Or sit here and have a drink. It's all the bleeding same to me. Barkeep?
But wasn't Bronca also cheating? Because she's obviously with oh, what's her name? Is it Hespeth, if I recall?
I shall do it.
Not that I'm saying, you know, cheating is okay either way, but I think they're kind of bad as each other, sort of thing. Right, let's go to the circle. Oh, of course. Want the world map? Oh, we gotta leave and then go to the world map. Okay. Dagna, it's a good thing I love you, and it's a good thing you come back in Inquisition, because you're making me go all the way to the major circle.
Shall be done.
Loading screen. Have to deal with the loading screen. Oh, Shale, by the way, hi.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them.
Thank you? That's super. Thanks, Shale.
Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
My father was a turn if I ever.
Oh, then that must be it. I knew there had to be some reason, it being a human and all. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
And we wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
You're amazing, Shale. I don't think you've gone soft.
I have a question it may be able to answer, Elder Mage.
Must it always be Elder Mage? I'm not a wizened old crone just yet.
Would it prefer Mage well past her prime don't mind the sagging bits?
You have an odd way of requesting answers to your questions.
I'm curious about the abominations of the tower. Is it possible for such a creature to become human again?
Yes, it is simply very difficult. It requires travel into the Fade.
And? Is the mage the same afterwards as the mage was before?
No, I have never met such a person, but no, they are changed forever.
I understand. Thank you for the answer, wise one.
I think Ogeron and Bianca just had a very, very complex, messy situation going on. I don't think it was normal for the dwarves.
You bitch for an old man.
I think they would. I can't remember if it was a arranged marriage, but I do remember that it wasn't really. They weren't. Neither of them were really happy in the marriage. But that's just from what I remember. I could be remembering wrong though. It has been a very, very long time since I've played this properly, like all the way through. Circle Tower. There you are.
My men have scouted the tower. It's a mess, but the abominations are gone.
We crushed their heads. It was fun.
You were very thorough. I'm impressed.
Someone had to do it.
And I am thankful you arrived when you did.
Circle was back to normal in no time.
In no time? Doubtful. But it doesn't hurt to be optimistic sometimes. I shan't keep you then. Farewell.
Farewell, because it wasn't even you I wanted to speak to, was it? It was Irvin.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery.
Dagna of Orzammar wishes to study magic.
Orzammar? Indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
I don't think she minds. She still wants to learn, though.
Fascinating. I suppose the Circle should be flattered.
She's willing to give up casting plan for this.
I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices when it is appropriate.
Thank you, Versancenta.
If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be
Can you
disappointed
imagine
when she
Shale
arrives.
and Vivienne together? That would be insane. You also have an extra pair of hands to help me build.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
You've already done much for the Circle. Now you must see to your duty as a Grey Warden.
Have fun walking the doggos.
I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here.
Okay, back to Orzammar. We still haven't come across the cutscene where we get the stuff for the sword, though. Oh, there's a cutscene here, so maybe this one, let's hope. It's really weird. We normally get it before we enter this place, but I haven't had it yet. Come on, Dragon Age. Loady, loady, load.
Darkspawn.
Oh, no. It's a darkspawn. Got it. Okay. Oops.
We must fight. Let us do it quickly.
I shall do it. Very well. Very well.
Yeah, Alistair seems to be surviving so far.
Now we do back up.
I'm honestly surprised by how well he's surviving. Let's go with you. You're doing my head in.
We must have victory.
One last one.
As you say.
Yeah, these encounters are really cool. Like, it just makes the world feel a bit more, not populated, but it just gives the world a lot more interactions to it, rather than just seem like really monotonous.
Very well.
Experiencing a little bit of lag. Now let's heal my wounds. Here we go.
It shall be done.
Don't think there's anything else. Oh, no, there is a couple of things. Still a couple of things. No, well, come on, stop lagging.
It shall be done.
I don't like how it's lagging. Let me save, just in case. So otherwise we're going to have to do all that again if the game crashes. Right. That's all barricades, so everything else is fine. Okay, good. Get out my way. Oh, Dagna.
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
First Enchanter Irvin accepted you for study.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since your Relden in the 13th century. I need
Yeah,
to
no
pack.
issue at all.
My
Just
parents would
just a
be
few
suspicious.
dust
I need
one.
to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books, tuition?
Nothing. The mages need every ally they can get.
Then I should go before my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
I mean, maybe. I'm gonna tell your dad you're gone though. Maybe I can make him like you. I can't remember. I may have already missed that chance, but we'll see.
Atrast Vala, stranger. Here for armor or conversation? I, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a ball and tacet, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
No, I was hoping actually to talk to you about your daughter, but never mind.
You're welcome back if you change your mind. And you needn't bring a lot of coin. We also accept items in trade.
Okay, I think I needed to have talked to him before she left, but it's fine. Okay. I think what we need to do now is fight in the prove-ins.
It is begun.
The Elder Mage watches me. I'm reminded of a certain former master whose head I crushed, or so I'm told.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shale. I am simply curious about you, that's all.
As my former master would say during his experiments.
Oh, I would do no such thing. I just find the idea of you so fascinating. On the one hand, it seems it would be so sad and so lonely in existence. And on the other, you are so very powerful. No golem I know of has ever had free will as you do. May I ask what you intend to do with it?
Other than exterminating the vermin of the sky?
Yes. Other than that.
I do not know. Crushing heads is fun, for now.
Well, that's something.
I love Windsor and Shale's interactions. Pretty funny. Come on, game. Loady, loady, loady. This is the downside to older games. The loading screens can take forever. Just loading, 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 loading. Oh, there we go. But for now, I think I'm going to save it here. Because I'm getting hungry, and I will have visitors within the next hour or so. So, if I swap over. So I'm going to probably log off here. Go away, Origins. Just so we can have something to eat before people start coming around. But next time we play, maybe tomorrow if I'm not half asleep after work, we'll do the prove-ins and start anything else I need to do before we go into the deep roads. But if I don't stream tomorrow, we'll do it next week. Because I'm back to normal hours next week, so I should have Thursday free. So we'll hopefully do more next week. Let's have a little. I got cat hairs all over my nose. My nose is so itchy. It's a good thing I'm not allergic to cats. Anyway, I do really appreciate everybody popping by when they did, and it looks like Knight, you've managed to make the whole stream again. Probably helps that I was actually on super early today, because I woke up quite early, so that probably really helped. But yeah, I'm back to my normal hours next week, so hopefully I should be able to stream on Thursday as normal. We should be able to do a whole lot more. I don't think we got too much more to go now, have we? We've got, I mean, there's still a lot, but comparatively speaking, we've got obviously the deep roads. Then we've got Redcliffe to do, which we should be a high enough level that people shouldn't die, which means I'm going to have to try and remember how to save everybody on that one. Good lord, I know there's certain things you got to do. That's giving me PTSD nightmares. And then we got the Landsmeet and Denerim to do, and that's a big enough section in and of itself. So we still got quite a lot to do, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, this stream was really good today. We managed to get quite... I know it doesn't seem like we've gotten a lot done because there's just so much talking and back and forth, but we did get quite a lot done. And hopefully we can get to more killing things next week. And we'll obviously learn more about Bianca. Not Bianca. I keep saying Bianca. It's Branca. Dwarfs and their similar names. So it's gonna be so much fun. Especially my favourite bit in Dragon Age, which probably isn't many people's favourite bit, but it's my favourite bit. And I can't wait to do that bit. Like, if the Deep Rose wasn't as hard as it is, I probably would go to the Deep Rose first, just because I love that certain Darkspawn encounter, shall we say. But unfortunately I can't do the Deep Roads early because it's difficult. But yeah, hopefully we can get closer to that scene soon. I can't wait. But I am going to grab something to eat now and get ready for guests. So I will see you all hopefully next week, if not tomorrow. There is another video scheduled, I think, for tomorrow while I'm in work. I think. Can't quite remember when I scheduled it now, but there is another video coming. So you will have something even if I don't do a live stream. But yeah, after I've finished Origins, I'll probably go straight into Dragon Age 2. And then when I've done, obviously I'll do the DLC and stuff first. And then obviously I'll go into Inquisition. I don't know if we'll get it all done before the new one comes out. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I'm a little bit annoyed with how costly the new Dragon Age is on digital, because it's like 70 quid just for the normal one, and then it's like an extra 20 quid on top of if you want the cosmetic stuff, and it's definitely not worth that price range. So I don't know if it'll ever come down in price though. That's the only problem. So I don't know if I'll get it day one. But I do have some PlayStation vouchers to go towards it, so I'll definitely get it at some point. I just don't know when I'll get to playing it. So I'm going to probably try and avoid spoilers as much as I can until I've got the game myself, but we'll see. But anyway, I'll see you all soon. Until then, take care. Have a great afternoon, or evening, or morning, whatever the time is for you. And I'll see you soon. Taddy byes.